Spyro 1. We completed it 120%. Which technically is impossible, but you know, we went above and beyond what we were supposed to. Now, what's up guys, Mr. here once again. Welcome you guys to the Spyro Reignited Trilogy for Spyro 2, Ripto's Rage. Let's begin. Oh, I'm so excited for this. Like, I'm recording this like the day after I finished Spyro 1. And I am just so goddamn happy. I also hope the people downstairs don't get annoyed at me, because I kind of found out, like, turns out the noise I was hearing. Oh, cutscene.
I've forgotten what the sun looks like. We should go on vacation, somewhere warm, somewhere sunny. Dragon Shores, yeah. I haven't been there since we kicked Nasty Nork's butt.
Wasn't a level in the original game.
Sparks, you up for a vacation at the beach? Last one there's a Nork.
To sunny Dragon Shores.
Is it working, Professor?
Almost. Just a few more adjustments to these orbs and...
Maybe this isn't such a good idea. Bringing a dragon here could just make Ripto more angry.
Calm down, Hunter, and stop fidgeting.
But you saw the professor's book. They have claws like this, and teeth like this, and they can spit fire like this. They sound much more dangerous than Ripto.
That's exactly the point. A dragon is our only chance of stopping Ripto, and you know it.
It's working! It's working! I've got a dragon! Huh?
Whoa, rough landing. Hi, which way's the beach? Huh? Hey, stop staring. Haven't you guys ever seen a dragon before?
You're a dragon?
You got a problem with that, pussycat?
Well, well, someone forgot to invite me to the party. Were you trying to keep something from me? A dragon? You brought a dragon to Avalar? I hate dragons. Yeah! Crush! Kill it! Kill it! Go, you imbecile! You ate my scepter! I'll deal with you later!
Who was that jerk?
That was Ripto, and we have to get rid of him. He's causing all sorts of trouble around here, but I haven't got time to explain. Here, take this magic guide to Avalar. It'll help you begin to understand our worlds. Right now, I have to follow Ripto and see what he's up to. I'll meet you in Summer Forest, okay?
Hey, wait a minute! How do we get ourselves into these messes, pal?
Sorry, I have a lot to say right now, and I really want to say it. But first, as I was saying before, I realized there was a cutscene going on. Turns out people downstairs were people in my class, so they were kind of just trying to annoy me. Yeah, but Ripto's too. Ooh, Ripto too.
Unfortunately for us, a mob of lizards just showed up and started stealing all of our gems. Can you stop them?
Of course I can. Now, one thing you'll notice about Spyro 2 different to Spyro 1 is that enemies don't drop gems. Granted, I don't think all enemies dropped gems in Spyro 1. I'm pretty sure most of them did at least. However, these ones drop more of the orbs that we have seen after we defeated enemies. So these are more or less some very basic enemies that we don't need to deal with. However, we also have a new mood in a hover, which, depending on the platforming, will be necessary. Oh, but I just love Spyro 2. It's like, a fun fact about Spyro 2 is Ripto. His name is derivative from how Spyro looks in the Japanese version of Spyro. It's like, if you look at the kanji, what was it? I forget what it is. It's like, I am not a major in any sort of international language, so please, for the love of God, do not get mad at me. But yeah, if you look at the official Japanese box art, you can actually see how Spyro's name is spelled in Japan. And I might throw a graphic on screen now about it. And it's rather interesting how some localization did that.
I'm a friend of Alora's, and she asked me to help you out. Whenever you find me, I'll remember your progress. That zap means that if you get into trouble, I'll return you to this place. See you around.
Alright, so fairies will save Eva overall. Now, there's some things we can't get. Like for now, we can't climb this ladder, which looks
We gem
awesome.
cutters are a bit too short to climb these ladders. And it looks like you are too. After you learn to climb, come back to Glimmer to see me.
Yeah, so this game has a small case of backtracking. Don't worry, it's not too major. There was a glitch you could do with the original game, which involved this gem. I think you could just get enough height to jump on it normally in the original. I think they made it a bit bigger for this one. But you could, there was a double jump you could do. So that is something that was possible in the original that is no longer possible, for reference sake. Now, let me get on to character designs. Allura is so damn cute! I'm sorry. I wasn't actually too big of a fan of Allura's character design in the original. It's like, I got the point, but we'll see in cutscenes later on, like one I may have watched a few thousand times before the game came out. How cute she is.
Everyone's talking about. Well, dragon or not, I'm afraid there is a small fee to open the bridge. It will cost you 100 of your gems to cross.
Moneybags is a greedy whore.
Spyro, was it? You can now use the bridge whenever you want, free of charge. I hope we meet again when you have even more gems.
Yeah, this will take a little bit of getting used to the timing of the text boxes,
Try using action to look around.
because I'm noticing I'm accidentally cutting it off when the text immediately ends. See, in Spyro 1 that wasn't a big deal because it was just when I saw the cutscene start. But for Spyro 2 and onwards, that's going to be a bit of an issue. Now, the end of the level is technically over there, but there's more to do in Glimmer than meets the eye. I was going to say originally, but that's not the case. And for a second, I thought I heard the fucking egg thief.
These little lizards have eaten my entire crop of gems. I've tried hitting them with rocks, but they're too fast for me. You can try using one of my rocks. If you have any questions, just ask me.
Hit the little lizards with the rocks. Talk to this guy for additional hints. Now we can pick up rocks and we can aim with the triangle button. So something that seemed useless originally is no longer. And of course, this is one of the uses for the aforementioned hover, to get up to even higher areas than we just couldn't get up to before. And this is kind of the use of this the orbs we've been getting out of enemies. Superfly. Oh, Spyro's power color doesn't change. I'm actually a little disappointed in that. It changed for the Super Flame. It will probably change for the Super Charge, but why not? Anyway, we light all of these, and this happens.
Thanks for helping me light the lamp, Spyro. A fairy gave me this orb, but I like gems better. You take it instead.
Ooh. An orb. Orbs are very important in this game. Collect as many of them as you can. For me, I'll be going for 100%, much like with Spyro 1. And unlike Spyro 1, there is not an extra 20%. Methinks. I could be very wrong about that. But I do know everything in this game, unlike Spyro 1. And Spyro 3, I know a decent amount of. So that shouldn't be a problem either way. At least for me. Now there's that guy, but there's gems over here. We need to get all the gems. We need to make our horde bigger than before.
You can spit pretty far, Spyro. See if you can spit all the way to the lizard.
So yes, just hitting lizards. Hitting the lizards in this fucking wizard. There's like a lot you can do in this game. It's like Spyro 2 is one of those games where you can do a great deal overall. But some of the challenges range in difficulty from easy to goddamn why is this a thing. Also, those lizards like to pop down. Also, if I don't really care about, oh god, the controls are inverted. Okay, if you're gonna invert something, at least invert both of them, not just one or the other. Because that just messes with me. Especially when it's different from way to way. Now, we can't technically complete Glimmer yet, so...
Please take this talisman of Glimmer as a sign of our gratitude.
So we'll be back here later. Ooh, that was cool.
Take you to Summer Forest, one of the home worlds of Avalar.
Summer Forest. Good to know, but we still got business here in Glimmer. As you can see, we could get up there if we really wanted to. And admittedly, we probably will.
You can pick up a rock in your mouth.
Where is the rock? Oh, I've got it. No.
Press the action button.
No, I didn't want to talk to you. I wanted to aim the rock. There. Jeez. And like last time, we still have the map enabled, which I think was in the original Spyro 2. I could be wrong. But I don't think it was in Spyro 3. It might have been. I don't remember. There's a lot of things I don't remember. Alright. Throw me the rock. And line it up. No. Line it up. Yeah. There you go. Alright. We can't get up there that way. So onward, over here. Now let's get this last one. He's up there. Okay, yep. Tricky little coyote.
Yay! You've saved my crop of gems from the lizards. Here, take this orb. Some girl with wings dropped it here yesterday.
Ooh. I believe that is just about everything we can currently do in Glimmer. Now, we will be back here in Glimmer But there is one more thing I would like to try, getting the gems up there. Now we can't get all of the gems because it's just some we just can't get to yet without the ability to climb. Also, if we hold there was a button in the original that allowed Sparks to do something that apparently we cannot do. That's terrible. But we can light those up. We unfortunately can't complete that without being able to fly totally in here. And before you think about it, that is too far of a jump to fly. Even if you go from like there. So that this seems to be all the gems that we can get to currently in Glimmer. Anyway, let's head to Summer Forest. And it's like I think I said this earlier, but I'm not a huge fan of some of the character designs. Moneybags is one where I can see why he would look that way. But to me, he doesn't capture the original feel. Like, I think the Hero's Tail one design did better in my eyes than this one. I don't know, but I still like it. Ooh.
Oh no! Oh, hello. We didn't get a chance to introduce ourselves before. My name is Alora.
Hi. I'm Spyro. What are you, some kind of goat?
I'm a faun, you dork.
Oh, sorry.
Did you meet the gem cutters in Glimmer?
Yeah, they gave me a souvenir, too. They called it a talisman.
They gave you a talisman?
What, is it special? I just stuck it in the guidebook you gave me.
Well, there are 14 talismans in Avalar, and they are all magical. If you can collect enough of them, they can be used to defeat Ripto. Hunter, where have you been?
Oh, I got a little lost.
Spyro's gonna help us collect the talismans.
I am?
He is.
Spyro, look. There's no way you can get to Dragon Shores right now. Ripto and his monsters have taken over the castle here in the Summer Forest. You're going to have to go to Avalar's worlds and convince the inhabitants to give you their talisman. You can keep them in your guidebook.
Hey, I could do that. Why doesn't the dragon just torch Ripto?
Hunter, you can't even keep track of your running shoes. How can we trust you with 14 talismans? If you come across any orbs, they're important too. But I'll tell you about them later.
Okay, no problem. I'll collect a few talismans, give Ripto the old hotfoot, and be in Dragon Shores by lunchtime.
I think it's gonna be a bit later than lunchtime, buddy, because we got a lot of gems to collect. Anyway, that cutscene actually has changed since its initial reveal. I think they used some concept art for Ripto's banners originally, which is kind of why I said ooh, because I didn't actually see that before. And I rewatched the trailer they released at least half a dozen times for making sure I was properly hyped up for this game. But yeah, Summer Forest is basically like the Magic Crafter's world, or like the nasty Nork's world. It is very similar, and unlike Spyro 1, Spyro doesn't immediately drown. He has learned to swim as well in the ability to gain a hover. There are also these. These are extra lives. Much like in Spyro 1, the butterflies are extra lives.